Everyone, my name is Shrutin Gadam, and today I would like to talk about the metadata creation process and the record selection for the collection that I chose for this term project. The title of my collection is Little Cookbooks Collection. So, a little bit of background information about the collection. This collection consists of more than 10,000 food and cookery related items. Most of the records in this collection are published in the late 19th and early 20th century. All the items in this collection are housed at the MSU libraries, and the library was also responsible for creating PDF derivatives and disseminating them on the internet. As a part of this project, I chose 20 items from this collection to create metadata records for. And in this slide, I am showing you examples of three different items um, from the from the 20 records that I chose from the collection. As you can see, this collection consists of materials from the late 19th and the early 20th centuries with advertising for food and cookery related items as well as some recipes. Since I work at the MSU libraries, I was involved in this project when the digitization was happening, and I was tasked with creating a search interface for this collection. In the process, I was really intrigued by this collection, and I jumped at the opportunity to make metadata for this collection when I found out about the term project for this class. So, in my research phase, I talked to several people who were involved in obtaining the collection, and I was also given access to a database which had several information which several information about the collection which are not readily available on the internet. The additional access really helped me to make metadata for this collection. My metadata application profile consists of 19 elements. I have grouped my elements into three categories, which I will be talking in depth about in the upcoming slides. So my first category is content, and in my content I have title, keywords, region, description, collection, resource type, brand, holding institution, number of pages, and digitized year. The title element describes the title of the record. So some of the rules that I followed for the title are the articles such as the, a, and should not be included in the title, and the capitalization for the titles is not altered and is completely based on the title that is present on the original record. The next one is key terms. Key terms key terms is equivalent to the subject in Dublin Core, and it is what describes the record. It describes the aboutness of a record. There will be at least one key term per record, and I am using Library of Congress control vocabulary subject headings for my key terms. The next item is region, and region is where the resource was disseminated or available for public use. In all the cases, the region for my collection is United States. My next item is description, and it is an abstract which describes the item. There is only one abstract per item. My next item is collection, which indicates the larger collection that an item is part of. Resource type is the high-level designation of the content of the resource, and I am using DCMI types as a control vocabulary for my resource type. My next item is brand, which consists of several brands of pre-processed foods that are used in the items. Holding institution has the information about the institution which houses these records, and in most cases, it is Michigan State University. The number of pages is the number of pages in the item, and the digitized year is the year that the record was digitized for web consumption. My next group of metadata elements are labeled intellectual property, and this group consists of creator, publisher, donor, and copyright status. So the creator is the person or the organization responsible for creating the record, creating the original record. The publisher is responsible for printing the record and making it available for public consumption. Donor is the person who actually made the funds available for digitizing this collection at the MSU libraries, and copyright status is the copyright status for each of the record. My third group is resource identification, and it consists of file name, URI, digitized format, publication date, and language. File name is the unique identifier that MSU Libraries has assigned to the record. URI is the public URL that users can use to get to the records. These are not DOIs or ARGs, although in the future I would really like to have DOIs and ARGs for this collection. Digitized format is the format that the item has been digitized into. Almost all the items are digitized as PDFs, and I am using DCMI types for my digitized format field. Publication date is the original date that the original record has been published. For almost all the items, the publication date is either in the late 19th century or early 20th century. Language is the language of the original item, and in all cases, it is in English. Here is an example record. I have 3 slides for my example record. The first 2 slides show the descriptive metadata for my example record, and the third slide shows the administrative metadata for my record. So in my descriptive metadata, I have file name, title, key terms, region, description, creator, publisher, collection, URI, resource type, digitized format, publication, donor, language, brand, number of pages, holding institution, and source dimension. My administrative metadata consists of digitized format, copyright status, and digitized year. These are my references for the presentation. I had to use DCMI metadata terms, Library of Congress, name authority file, Library of Congress subject headings. I've got the images from the Little Cookbooks collection at the MSU libraries, and my copyright status consists of vocabulary from the rightstatements.org. And finally, here's my contact information. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and I would be happy to answer them for you. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing all the presentations